goodness, everyone, it is Andrew from MAO Magic, and today I have the Satechi Type-C USB hub. This is obviously meant specifically for Apple's new 12-inch MacBook that uses solely USB-C. However, this will work with something like the Chromebook that also uses Type-C. Now, there are many other ones out there, so we've been doing a few different reviews on different ones, such as the Anker, which we're going to look at again in a minute. But this was very particularly interesting because it was cheap, and it was like a full hub that is integrated right into like the side of your MacBook. So there's several different ports on here, and it all uses that one single plug. On top, you have a light to tell when it's in use. You have the Type-C USB port. You have the plastic back here, which just tucks everything inside because the rest of it is all a piece of aluminum. You have all the different ports on the side, which is 3 USB 3 ports and 2 different SD cards, a regular SD card and a micro SD card. Obviously, we have the Satechi logo printed on the other side. Luckily, that's on the bottom, so you're not going to see that. It still has that nice pristine MacBook color right on the top. It does come in 3 different colors, the gold, silver, and space gray, so it matches perfectly with your new MacBook. Obviously, you can see here I have the space gray model, and they pretty much look the same. They have done a great job of matching the anodization of their product to the MacBooks. Now, this does integrate nicely right on the side. However, it does not go in quite all the way. The tolerances are just a little light, so there is like a little bit space. I obviously would like it if it was just completely flush with the MacBook, but you can see there is a little bit of a space between the MacBook and the USB hub. The biggest problem is the fact there is no USB-C on here, which means I can't charge my MacBook while this hub is in place. So obviously when the prices get a lot more expensive, they do contain that pass-through charging capabilities, but for these cheaper models, that's just something they can't build in. So you still have to take this out if you do want to charge your MacBook. Now, another popular, cheaper model out there is the Anker USB-C hub. This is a very nice, similar model. There's nothing wrong with the Anker, but there's different pros and cons to each. So if we are looking here at the Satechi model, it does include that SD card slot, which the other does not, which if you're using an SD card is a problem. However, the Anker has this longer cord, which many people do not like. You have that kind of hanging off the side. It also, though, contains the Ethernet port. So if you want some gigabit Ethernet built in, the Anker is a better solution. So they have their pros and cons. If you want the cord, don't want the cord. If you're using SD cards, you're going to have to use something like an adapter to plug into the Anker model. However, the Satechi builds that right in. And if it's aesthetics that you're worried about, obviously the Satechi has the colors down pat. The Anker simply comes in one color, which is a very nice looking silver model. If we look at the pros and cons, obviously a pro is the matching colors to all 3 of the new colors on the new MacBooks. It is super slim, building into that nice slim profile of the MacBook itself. There is no cord, so you don't have anything kind of hanging around. It plops right into the side of your computer and has those 2 SD card spots built right in. You don't need an adapter for that micro USB. It's got a micro SD and a standard USB. On the con side, it has disconnected for me while plugged in. If you don't have it in all the way, it has kind of disconnected and given me that warning before. It's a little light. It feels like it should be a little bit heavier and feels a little bit more premium. There's no pass-through charging, which I know is a big one for many people, and you're lacking any Ethernet ports. If you need hardwired Ethernet, this is not really going to be an ideal solution for you. As always, I put the link to Amazon in the description below if you want to pick one of these up for yourself. If you have any questions at all, make sure to throw them up in the comments. I will get back to you right away. Please subscribe, and I keep these videos coming. And otherwise, I will see everyone next time.